Hello, friends, and thanks for joining Kick It 55 Fitness. My name is Kristin. This is your 25-minute yoga for athletes. Today, we're going to focus on shoulder strength. I have blocks for a final pose just to open up the collarbones. You don't necessarily need them. We'll get started right away. Don't forget, subscribe to us and push on that notification button so every time a new workout drops, you get notified. Now, let's get started. Okay, friends, we're going to start today in a child's pose. So come down onto your shins. Tops of your feet are flat. Bring your big toes to touch. Set your sit bones down. Walk your arms long, hinging at the hips. Find a range that is comfortable for your body. And if it's in your range of motion, bring your forehead all the way down to the ground. And this is where we'll start with some breath work. So find your center. Find this time just for yourself. Let go of everything outside of your practice. Take a nice deep breath in, filling up the back side of the rib cage. And exhale. Let it go. Take another deep breath in, finding length through your fingertips, length from the crown of your head through your tail. Breathe in, fill up. And exhale, feel your chest sink a little lower. One more deep, nourishing breath here. Breathe in. And exhale, let it go. And now draw your hands back so they're in line with your nose. Push yourself up. Draw your knees together. And then hinge again, feeling that compression of your belly to your thighs. But this time, bring your forehead down and draw your arms long behind you. Your palms can be facing up, and when you arrive, let your shoulders roll forward. This is embryo pose, just getting a different perspective on how our shoulders feel. Take a big breath in here, filling up between the shoulder blades. The upper back, and exhale. Let it go. Nice. Draw your hands back in line with your nose. Bring yourself up. Let's meet in a tabletop, and we'll take some cat-cows, making sure that we're stacking our joints so our shoulders are over our wrists, our hips are over our knees. Tops of the feet can be flat. Inhale for cow. Sink through your belly as you rise through your tail and the crown of your head. Wrap your triceps in. Open through your collarbone. Exhale for cat. Round the back as you push the earth away. Drop your head and your tail. And then inhale again for cow. And exhale, round the back, dropping head and tail for cat. And take about 2 more here, adding in any other movements that might be calling to you at home. Exhaling for cat. And last one here. Inhale for cow. Gaze forward, lift through your crown. Exhale for cat. Connecting with your breath. Come back to that tabletop, firm up through the belly. And now take your hands 1 print forward. Dial them out just slightly. And when you arrive here, tuck forward. So come up onto your knees. Your heels can come off the ground. Bring your hips in line with your knees, with your shoulders. So you're one nice, lean, long line here. Keep your neck in line with your spine. Inhale. And on the exhale, fold at your elbows, drawing them right along the low ribs, all the way down, hovering your chest, and then exhale, press it up, finding that arm strength, triceps working here. Let's take a few more. Inhale as you slowly lower, keeping strength through the core, proper alignment through the neck. Exhale, lift up, making sure those elbows graze right along the low ribs. Let's take 2 more. Inhale as you slowly lower down, elbows toward the back of the room. Exhale, find strength and press it up. 1 more time. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you lift up. Nice. And now walk your hands back Come back, bring your sit bones onto your heels, walk your hands behind you. Your fingers can face forward. Plant your palms and draw your shoulders together and inhale. Blossom open through the collarbones, arch through your back. If it feels comfortable, let your head drop backwards. And exhale, come back to your seat. We'll take one more like that. Take a quick shoulder roll. And then draw those fingers back behind us again. Press into the mat. Inhale, slide the shoulder blades together as you open through the collarbones, drawing your head, your nose up toward the ceiling. If it's comfortable, drop your head, breathe in. And then exhale, come back to center. Walk your hands forward. And we'll find our first down dog. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips up toward the upper back corner of the room. Soften your chest toward your thighs. Dial those triceps in. Slide the shoulder blades back. And then everybody at home, find length through your side bodies. Lift your torso out of the shoulder blades. We have a tendency to kind of dump right here. So find length and then pedal out through your legs, lifting and lowering through your heels. You can find a little bend in your knees. Let your head hang nice and heavy. Nice. Breathe in here. And let's tuck forward to our first high plank. So just ripple forward. And when you arrive, push back through the soles of your feet toward the back of the room. Find length in your neck. Find that little space between the shoulder blades and inhale, kind of puff it up toward the ceiling. And then engage through your thighs. Right, engage through your core. Hold here. And then tuck it back to down dog. Let's do that one more time. Inhale as you ripple forward to your high plank and hold. Find strength through your core. Holding here. And tuck it back, down dog. Beautiful. This time, let's tuck it forward to high plank. Hold here. Breathe in. And then shift your body forward and draw those elbows toward you as you lower into your chaturanga. Holding here. Inhale through upward facing dog. Bring the tops of your feet down to the mat. Exhale. Find your down dog. Find length. Take 2 breaths here. Breathe in and exhale out. Now we'll add on here. Breathe in and tuck forward to that high plank. Now this time, bring your right hand center of the mat, pivot and open into a side plank. You can stack your feet, you can stagger your feet, but keep your hips lifted. Bring your top arm, your left arm, up overhead for a big reach. Breathe in here. And on the exhale, pivot back to that high plank, setting up with care. Find your high plank. Draw your left hand to the center of the mat. We'll go to the other side. Pivot that left hip down, lifting that right arm up and over. Find a reach. Breathe in here, challenging your balance as well. Keep your hips lifted. And exhale, pivot back to your high plank. Breathe in as you shift forward. Exhale to your chaturanga, your low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, find your down dog. Nice. We'll take 2 breaths here. Breathing in. Exhaling out. One more big breath in. And exhale. Now let's tuck it all the way back to that high plank. Shift it forward and exhale with control. Lower all the way down to your belly. Come all the way down. You can press your forehead down. Bring the tops of your feet down. Press into the mat. Engage in your thighs. You'll feel your kneecaps lift up. Bring your arms long in front of you. Now we're going to keep our feet down. So inhale and rise up like Superman. Your arms are forward. And then exhale. Bring those elbows as if you want to bring them to your back pocket. Inhale, take it long again. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale for length. Exhale, squeeze, lifting up, opening through your collarbones, keeping your neck nice and long. Let's take 4 more. Inhale for the length. Exhale, squeeze the elbows back. Inhale. Exhale, pressing into your feet. All that strength is coming from the upper body, the back side, posterior chain. Exhale as the elbows come back. One more time. Inhale for length. Exhale and squeeze. Nice. And then come on down. You can bring your forehead down and just separate your knees a little bit more. You can lift your heels up and just kind of windshield wiper your feet, kind of tick-tocking through your hips. And then come back to center. Curl your toes under. Bring your hands in line right under your shoulders. Inhale, rise through high plank. Exhale, find your downward facing dog. And we're going to move on from here. So take a pedal, take a breath. Inhale here. Lift your right leg nice and high. Keep your hips nice and squared. Breathe in. On the exhale, bring that foot right between your hands and rise crescent lunge. Rise up. Bring your arms up overhead. Remember to keep your shoulders relaxed and down, biceps by your ears, and then get low in your crescent lunge. Find that 90-degree bend in the front knee. Fire up through your glutes. Square through your hips. Bring that heel to stack over your toe. Hold here for strength. Fire up the inner thighs. Engage. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior 2. Spin your back left leg down. Scissor through the air with your arms and open up. Draw the shoulder blades together behind you. Press into the outer knife's edge of your back foot. Find your front knee over your front toes. And then if you can, everybody get a little bit lower. Nice. Hold here for strength. Breathe in. Reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. And then pivot down. Cartwheel the arms. Send the right leg nice and high. And on the exhale, talk forward. You can keep that right leg lifted if you'd like for an Ekapada Chaturanga, or bring it down. But low plank. Inhale for your up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's go to that other side. Breathe in, lift your left leg high. Keep your hips squared. Exhale, deliver your foot forward between your hands, rise. Crescent lunge. Inhale here. Get nice and low. Think about all of your cues. Your shoulders are down but engaged. Biceps by your ears. Breathe in here. Exhale, spin the right foot down. Open up, warrior 2. Front knee tracks over the mid toes. Fire up. Your sit bones are down. Your hip points are up. Holding here for strength. Breathe in as you reach forward. Exhale, flip the palm. Paint the ceiling. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down. Again, you can float that left leg or bring it down. High to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, down dog. Nice. Now we're going to add on from here. So listen up. Breathe in. Lift that right leg high. Exhale, sweep it through. Rise for your crescent lunge. Stay nice and low. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior 2. Spin the back foot down. Right foot is forward. Open through your collarbones. Find your strength. Engage through the legs. Now this is where we add on. Inhale as you reach forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Bring the right arm down. It can be on your thigh. Left arm comes up and over. Find length from the tip of your finger through the outer edge of your back foot. Now, firm up through your legs, your foundation, and lift your right arm in line with your left for dewy arms or double arms. Holding here, a lot of core strength. Breathe in.
And on the exhale, pivot forward, frame your hands around your foot for a low lunge. Then press into the left hand, lift the right one for an easy twist. Ooh, that feels good in the outer thigh. Breathe in here. On the exhale, bring both hands down. Come to your high plank. Now that right hand comes center again. Pivot, opening up for your side plank. Left arm comes up and over. We've been here before. Breathe in, find length through that left arm. This is where we add on. Holding, finding strength, keeping those hips bumped up. Lift your left leg and then bend the knee and set it back, finding your wild thing. So lengthen through your right toe, reach through your left arm, really working that standing shoulder. Breathe in here. Look down, and on the exhale, pivot back to your down dog. Send the hips high. Take a breath in and a breath out. And we'll go to that other side. So press through the right foot, lift the left leg nice and high. Inhale here. Exhale, sweep that leg through. Find your crescent lunge and rise. Fingertips come nice and high. Get nice and low. Commit to the depth. Breathe in here. Exhale, warrior two. Spin that right foot back and open. Get low. Holding here, yogis. Inhale. As you reach forward, exhale, extended side angle. That left arm can come down. Right arm comes up and over. Find length. Breathe in here. Find strength in your lower body and then lift that left arm. Those dewy arms really working the shoulders, arms, core strength. Holding here. Breathe in. Exhale, pivot and low lunge. Bring that back foot so it's centered, heel is straight up. Press into the right hand. Lift the left arm for your easy twist. Nice, you get into that outer left hip. Breathe in here. On the exhale, bring both hands back. Bring the left leg back. Find your high plank. Setting up with care. Left arm comes center of the mat. Pivot the heels down to the left. Find your side plank. Right arm is high. Comes up and over. Lift those hips nice and high. Inhale, bend through that right leg, and then step it back. Press it down. Point through your left toe. Lift that right arm long behind you. Find your wild thing. So strong. Breathe in here. Exhale, look down, pivot back forward. Find your down dog. Beautiful. Pedal it out. And let's take a vinyasa here. Inhale as you pivot forward to high plank. Coming forward, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, find your down dog. Nice. And now let's come down onto our forearms. So plant your forearms down. We'll come into dolphin pose. This is where a block is nice. Your hands can be down. You can clasp your fingers together. But the goal is to make sure your shoulders stay right over those elbows, okay? And then we're going to drop our head. So relax your neck and start to walk your feet in. Drawing your belly in. And as when you get to that range of motion where you can go no further, we hold. Really press through the forearms, lifting the shoulder blades up, making sure they stay stacked. Relax your head and neck. And we hold here for 4 and 3. Last 2 and 1. Beautiful. Walk your feet back and then drop your knees down. Nice. You can unravel your toes. And let's take a quick child's pose here, stretching those arms out. We've done a lot with those shoulders. So send the sit bones back over the heels. Draw your forehead down. Breathe in here. And exhale out. One more big breath in. And exhale. Let it go. And then bring your hands right alongside of you. Rise up. Let's move into a puppy pose. Before we take one final posture, we'll move into crow. But first, let's come through, setting yourself up in table. I like to curl my toes under, making sure that my hips stay stacked over my knees. Walk your arms long, and then bring your forehead down to the ground. Sending those hips up toward the ceiling. Stretching through the shoulders, letting your chest heavy toward the floor. And if it's in your range of motion, you could take this further in your depth by lifting your head and coming down to your chin. But be very careful, mindful of what's comfortable for you here, getting it really into those shoulders. Take a breath in. And an exhale out. If you are on your chin, carefully roll your forehead back down. Walk your hands back up and bring your hips to a seat. And we're going to move into a yogi squat. So just bring your hands down. Find your down dog. Stretch your hips up high. Breathe in here. Bend your knees. Look forward. And exhale, hop or step to the top of your mat. Now I'm going to come center, but your feet can be heels in slightly, toes out, and they can be wide at the edges of your mat. Once you arrive, inhale, press into the mat for a halfway lift here, and then on the exhale, lower your hips down as you rise through your torso. Bring your knees inside of your elbows inside of your knees, and bring your palms together and give it a little press, getting into those inner thighs. And this is an active pose. So while your tail is down, it's not just dropped like this. Engage through the legs, squeeze, press through the palms, open up here. This is also a great way we can get into our shoulders. We'll take a little bind here. So take your left arm and open it up. Keep that elbow inside of the knee so it's pressing into the knee. And then take your right arm high. And this could be as far as you go here. Or you can take that right arm behind you, wrap it around maybe into your waist here. Or you can take a full bind, take your left arm behind you. It's still wrapped around the knee. Meet the right hand, lock your fingers together, and then lift through your chest. And maybe you look up, getting a nice shoulder stretch here. Take a breath in. And exhale out and release. Come back through center. Let's bring our palms back to heart center. Give them a press, pressing those knees out, finding length through the torso, opening up, keeping our thighs engaged. Inhale. And exhale. Let's go to the bind on the other side. So take that right hand, open it up. So palm faces forward, elbow is inside of the knee. It's a little press back here. Take that left arm up. And this can be it for you. Or draw it behind you. You can wrap it around your waist here. Or you can bring that hand and bring the right hand behind you. Weave your fingers together. Find a bind. And then rise. Take a breath in and exhale. And then unwind from your bind. We'll take this to a crow pose if that is in your practice. So I will come to the side of my mat. So you're still in your malasana. Just draw your feet so they're equal distance apart and plant your hands, bending your elbows, kind of like we did in our chaturanga. And then you want to bring your knees up onto your triceps. So come up onto your toes, leaning forward, and then looking about 6 inches ahead of you. Bring those knees up onto your tries. Could be where you stay right here. If you want to take some air, then you lift one foot and then the other and find your crow. Find your balance and hold here. And when you're ready, come back down and simply come down onto your bum. We'll take one more good shoulder opener. So come onto your booty. Bring your hands behind you. Your fingers can be forward again. Press into the soles of your feet. They're about hips width apart. Inhale, rise for a reverse table, lifting your hips up. So you're one nice lean long line. Your neck is in line with your spine. And feel a nice stretch through the shoulders. And exhale, lower your seat down. And now this is where those blocks come in handy, folks. If you don't have them, a towel, a blanket, pillows, or nothing at all, but it's a nice way to get a further opening through your chest and relax those shoulders back. So I'm taking one block the long way, right at the base of my shoulder, or the base of my rib cage behind me, and then on upward. So the base, the bottom is at the bottom of my rib cage and upward. And that is lengthwise. I'm going to lay back on it and then take my other block wide behind my head for a supported fish pose. Once I arrive, find your comfortable spot. And then you can draw your legs long. You can bring the soles of your feet together in a reclining butterfly, depending on what feels right for you. But the beauty is tee those arms out and let those shoulder blades just fall back. Take a nice big inhale here. And exhale. We'll take our Shavasana. Stay tuned for our next video. And also don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. See you on your mat.
Remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on push notifications so you know when our next workout posts.